beautiful people. This is Danielle, hashtag damsel at D's Enlightened Edits. Happy January 31st. I just wanted to make a little video for you because today is a day that has been recorded by some as Mary Magdalene's birthday. It is said that she was born in the year 4 CE, for post-Christ. You know that our Gregorian calendar starts apparently with the year that Christ was born, so he was born in year 0. And it is said that she was born in year 4, making it, if he passed away at Christ consciousness number of 33, master number, when he was 33, then she would have been 29. 29, of course, a number of the divine feminine. 2 and 9 adds up to the master number 11. And Mary Magdalene absolutely is divine feminine. If this bothers you in your beliefs, I'm sorry, perhaps this isn't the place for you, but in my belief and in my experience, she is Christ's beloved. She is his twin flame. She is his counterpart. She is the feminine to his masculine, and together they receive ultimate love, union, and balance. And they wish to share it. I have a very deep connection with Magdalene, Magdalena, as divine feminine, as a twin flame. She's just someone I resonate with very much, and someone I love very much recognized Magdalene in me, and means more to me than a whole lot of things. So I am very proud of that. I am proud to connect with her. I am proud to share with you guys and the world some of her many truths that have been hidden by history, by the patriarchy, by the rewriting of Christ and her story. It always amazes me and surprises me, the depth of her grace and her love, that she's not bitter at the hiding of her story, that she knows it's all in divine lesson and in divine time, and those who are meant to remember and carry on the story and her legacy will and do, and the rest of the truth comes up in divine order and divine time, which is amazing. In my experience and in my past life memories and in visions that have been shared with me, her and Christ worked and do continue to work side by side in love and abundance and wisdom and harmony. In the lost years of Jesus, he was supposed to have gone to India, studied Buddhism and Hinduism and mystical ways, and been indoctrinated in the Essene Brotherhood with John the Baptist, of course. His cousin is an Essene. I have past life history with the Essenes. Many light workers and reincarnated light workers and star seeds and twin flames may resonate with the Essenes. One of those responsible for being able to bring through the names of your angel and your archangel, and of course the Lord's Prayer, and so many things started with the work of St. John the Baptist, Brother Essene. So appreciate and honor and grace goes to him as well. But it's not about the boys today. Today is about the girls. Today is about the ladies. Mother, sister, friend, Mary Magdalene. Mother, sister, daughter of the rose. Of course, the rose divinely represents Mary Magdalene. It can represent Mother Mary as well. And of course, we have so many incarnations and colors of the rose, which is a wonderful thing. I have a meditation. The first meditation I recorded on my YouTube channel is with Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, Christ, Jesus, however you most resonate with him, Sananda. There are so many names. Of course, Jesus is the name that has been popularized, but together with them as twin flames and beloveds, I have a guided meditation on my YouTube channel. It's the first video on there if you're interested in that. But, you know, there is such a thing as twin roses, roses that will have a double bloom center. That's a beautiful symbol of Mary Magdalene, but really any rose she resonates with. So if you want to tap into her energy, get yourself some roses. Pictures of roses will do. Some rose essential oil or incense. I burned some incense for her earlier today. You can see here I'm taking the video as I'm speaking to you, and these are some oracle cards that I have on my wall. And you can see here that in her oracle card, which the deck is the Goddess Oracle by Hay House, you can see she's illustrated by Unconditional Love. And she really helps us to tap into that, which is an amazing thing. It is the purpose of Twin Flames, in my opinion, to relearn and remember and reinstitute unconditional love. And nothing teaches you that as well, in my opinion, as love and as love with your beloved. And she is a beautiful example of that because, of course, she continued to love Christ unconditionally, regardless of how they have retold her story, regardless of how she was portrayed, regardless of the upsets and sacrifices she made in that lifetime with him, which we can all learn from. Now, in that, she also is an extremely strong and powerful woman, and which is to express to you guys not to overly sacrifice, not to fall into that empath trap of doing so much for the other that you forget to do for yourself, and you forget to keep things in balance and harmony. And of course, if you do too much for someone else, you can stand in the way of their lessons and their karma, and you may do so in the name of help, but you're really not helping in the long run and in the bigger picture. So learn from that and learn from her in that. And you can always call upon her for help with that, of course. Also, the number 13 resonates very strongly with Mary Magdalene. 13 is a goddess number. It's been a number that has been miseducated and misinformed in the lore. It's been tried to be transformed into something negative. Of course, the Knights Templar have history with supposedly protecting some of the memorabilia and some of the truths of Christ and of the bloodline, which, yes, I do believe in my experience and vision that they were married and that they did have children. And some people feel very strongly about physical bloodline. I don't, and I don't go too much into that story because I know the temporariness of physical blood, and I know that we can all be tapped in as children, spiritually and in reincarnation, and just instant connection in the heart and mind and heart center, which is where Christ consciousness is born, and she is part of Christ consciousness as well. But back to the Knights Templar, they were supposed to have guarded a lot of those secrets. The Knights Templar, one of the major reasons in the culture why we have 13 as a negative number when it was originally a lucky number, is of course because they tried to take down and kill many of the Knights Templar on a Friday the 13th, and since then it has lived in infamy. But it is a lucky number, and it is a positive number if you choose to tap into the goddess and the divine feminine and the true history and see it that way. Because remember, there is no negative symbolism that exists on this planet that didn't start with a positive symbolism and try to be taken and transformed and transfixed to try to harness its power for the dark and lessen the power of the light, which we do not allow that. Not in my community. So number 13, excellent to connect with Magdalene, Magdalena, Mary Magdalene, however you wish to say it. Learn some of her story. Learn that she was not the whore, the prostitute, illustrated in the Bible. Pope Gregory, I think the 5th, might be a different number. They're all schmucks to me. Forgive me if you respect them, but many of the popes are not kosher. That Pope admitted that to bring women of the night and women that were powerful and had money back into the church in his day and age, he rewrote the nameless woman in the Bible that was near some pages listing Mary Magdalene, and re-illustrated her as Mary Magdalene to try to bring those women into the church and get some of that money and get some of that power, and in his way say that everyone is accepted by the church. But of course it was just another act of the patriarchy, an act of greed, and trying to take down the feminine with some lies and slander and masculine. And I will admit, I have a little bit of bitterness for that, and I'm working on it. But Mary Magdalene doesn't, and neither does Mother Mary, sitting next to her on my wall there. So I admire them for that, and I work with them on that as we rebalance this planet in light and in love and in divine feminine, balanced with divine masculine, not wounded or controlling masculine. So yeah, learn some of her story. Let's chat in the comments. Do you connect with her? Do you resonate with her and Christ as twin flames, as beloveds, as equals? Because of course Christ, her beloved, also wishes to express that he would never lessen anyone's power, and anything that is done so in his name is not tapping into his truth and into him and into his heart. So I know that it hurts them very much that people do that. Of course, they're all seeing, and they understand that those people are putting themselves on their own karma wheel, and they'll come around to truth in their own lessons and in their own time. That's their choice. We don't force or push truth on anyone. We don't overwhelm or overburden people with truth. We just share it, and what they choose to tap into and believe is up to them, because of course we all co-create and choose our realities. I'm choosing and co-creating the reality of light and balance and love and equality, and I thank Mary Magdalene for helping me do that on the daily, for helping bring back to me just intense and unconditional amounts of immense divine love. And I appreciate her for that. I appreciate her act in twin flame unions and in true wisdom and grace and strength, girl power and strength, while at the same time allowing for intuition, knowing when to surrender, knowing when and how to receive, is something I continue to learn as a woman on this planet, and am honored to share and have the opportunity to teach. So I have some programs, I have some services and things. If you wish to connect with me further, please check out the description and links in the description. Like, follow, share, all of that, because it helps the message get out there. I am originally recording this in the year 2020, but of course it is timeless and applicable whenever you're being drawn to it and drawn to work with Mary Magdalene. I also have a service as a lifelong medium. I do sessions and things, but right now I'm very passionate about some energy artwork that I'm guided to be making. I'm currently making some pieces with the rose. My art program is hashtag Damsel, DAMCL, divine mirroring, because of course twin flames are divine mirrors for each other, and Mary Magdalene and Christ are definitely that for each other and for all of us, which I appreciate. And by the way, I work with way more than just Christian. Today is just about some Christian history, but of course Mary Magdalene was known to be pagan and of other religions and other practices as well. So I work with anybody and everybody of the light and of true positive intention. If you're interested in some of those things, there will be links and updated links and relevant links down below. And I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Sending you love and light. Catch you next time.